Imagine leaving behind the familiar comforts of your rural village, the warm embrace of family, the rhythmic sounds of your hometown, to chase a high-stakes dream on the racetrack, where every gallop could lead to glory or a life-altering fall. That's the bold reality for young riders from Kelantan's heartland, who venture to the Selangor Turf Club to transform their passion into a profession. But here's where it gets intriguing. In a world obsessed with safe careers, these dreamers embrace a path fraught with physical peril and unrelenting discipline. And this is the part most people miss, the deep-rooted cultural ties that bind their ambition, turning personal sacrifice into a shared family legacy. Picture this: apprentice jockey Muhammad Farhan Ghazali meticulously preparing a racehorse before the starting bell. Image courtesy of Jockeys. New users only. Get free RM50 and lock in a 4.2% PA fixed rate by depositing RM3000 into the PRS offering through Versa. https://versa.com.my. Retirement. Use code VERSAM10 for a minimum deposit of RM100 today. By Kenneth T. Wednesday, October 22, 2025, 7 a.m. Malaysia time. Kuala Lumpur, October 22. Horse racing, once the exclusive domain of kings and nobility, now draws its rising stars from the modest villages dotting Malaysia's east coast peninsula. Here, a handful of determined young men bid farewell to their loved ones and communities, embarking on a courageous quest to harness their talents amid the excitement of the track. For numerous youths hailing from Kelantan's countryside, the trek to the Selangor Turf Club, STC, represents more than just honing professional riding skills. It's a daring gamble, a chance to pursue aspirations that stretch far beyond their origins. Growing up immersed in the world of horses since he could walk, 28-year-old Nuqman Faris Rozi embodies the spirit of adventure. He honed his riding and competitive abilities on horseback starting at just 5 years old, eventually making his way to the STC's apprentice jockey school. I grew up in a household of horse breeders, basically surrounded by them from day one. Right after I was born, I pitched in at the stables and participated in nearby contests during my childhood, he shared. Beyond basic riding, Nuqman Faris excels in horseback archery, a skill that earned him a spot representing Malaysia at the 12th World Horseback Archery Championship in Seoul, South Korea, back in 2016. Horse racing has always captivated me. It was simply about striving for greater heights and conquering the international stage, explained the native of Wakaf Baru in a chat with Malay Mail. Pursuing a vision. Apprentice jockey Nuqman Faris Rozi. Image courtesy of Jockeys. Equipped with foundational knowledge, Nuqman Faris enrolled at the STC's apprentice jockey school just as the COVID-19 outbreak loomed in early 2020. Adjusting to this unfamiliar setting proved tough, as I was deeply accustomed to life in Kelantan. Nuqman Faris described the role as extraordinarily demanding, both physically and mentally, involving almost every aspect of stable management that kicks off well before dawn. On top of manual labor, aspiring jockeys must vigilantly manage their body weight, a feat requiring intense fitness routines and unyielding dietary control. He clarified that since racehorses are assigned specific carrying weights for competitions, riders need constant mastery over their intake to hit the precise mark. This, paired with finely tuned balance and grip strength developed through years of practice, enables them to maintain their seat on horses speeding up to nearly 60 km per hour. What's more, the ever-present danger of severe injuries, from potentially fatal spills, looms large, and he's personally endured surgeries for a dislocated shoulder and kneecap. Countless young lads from Kelantan harbor dreams of becoming jockeys, yet once immersed in the racing world, they often struggle to adapt to the rigid discipline and training demands, he noted. This drive extends beyond blood ties. Nuqman Faris' cousin, Muhammad Farhan Ghazali, followed in his footsteps upon his recommendation, joining the apprentice program in 2022. A collective family journey. Much like his relative, 25-year-old Muhammad Farhan was introduced to horses early on, frequently visiting Nuqman Faris' family farm where he cultivated a love for riding that blossomed into professional aspirations. Apprentice jockey Muhammad Farhan Ghazali. Image courtesy of Jockeys. I vividly recall my first horse ride, which led to victory in a local race when I was just 8. Naturally, my family rallied behind my choice to pursue jockeying, he recounted, noting his formative years spent tending stables and engaging in endurance rides in Kampung Paganja, a mere 5 kilometers from Kota Baru. Recently, Muhammad Farhan achieved his maiden professional win in the RM62,000 UK stable, Thailand, trophy on September 14, a triumphant milestone that filled his family and village with pride. It was tough, I battled homesickness and nerves upon arrival, but I gradually adapted, and the support here propelled me to push my ambitions even further. Eventually, I'd love to extend this journey abroad, he expressed. Apprentice jockey Muhammad Farhan Ghazali with his father following his inaugural victory. Image provided by Selangor Turf Club. Essential trade-offs. Nevertheless, the hurdles persist, particularly with stringent dietary restrictions. Muhammad Farhan often limits himself to just 1 or 2 meals daily, commencing his day at 5 a.m. and wrapping up by 11 p.m. In addition to their weekly curriculum, covering English lessons and simulations on mechanical horses, apprentices handle everyday stable chores, functioning as sixer grooms. As an apprentice, Muhammad Farhan emphasized the importance of forging strong connections with racehorses, since this sport hinges on seamless synergy between rider and animal. We start by learning to comprehend them, and they reciprocate through their instincts, sensing a rider's confidence, he explained, crediting his breakthrough success to the STC's apprentice program's training and mentorship. Fellow apprentice Muhammad Ikram Jamaludin, aged 24, also arrived at the school fueled by his equine passion. What began as casual rides on family ponies in Pantai Sabak evolved into polo interests and an insatiable drive for bigger achievements. Priceless lessons. The apprentice school has enriched me with countless valuable experiences, offering instruction and direction across all facets of horse racing. It's understandable that our families fret over the risks inherent to apprentice jockeying, but witnessing us compete ignites their enthusiasm, as this blends our leisure, fervor, and chosen vocation, he stated. Apprentice jockey Muhammad Ikram Jamaludin in full racing attire on competition day. Image courtesy of Sayyidi Zainuddin. While Ikram and Farhan continue as apprentices, Nuqman Faris has advanced beyond his indentured phase, becoming a licensed jockey. My family wholeheartedly backed my path, as my father once envisioned the same, though my grandmother vetoed it despite my grandfather's approval. In essence, I'm fulfilling the aspiration he couldn't realize, he reflected. But here's where it gets controversial. Is the allure of fame and fortune on the track worth the toll it takes on young bodies and families? Critics might argue that glorifying such a hazardous profession romanticizes risk, potentially inspiring impressionable youths to overlook safer pursuits. Others contend it's a celebration of grit and cultural heritage, proving that with support, dreams can transcend danger. And this is the part most people miss, the unspoken debate over whether society should champion careers that demand such profound personal costs, even as they spotlight underprivileged talents. What do you think? Does the thrill of horse racing justify the sacrifices, or should we advocate for more protective measures in high-risk sports? Share your views in the comments. Do you agree these young riders are heroes, or is this a cautionary tale? We'd love to hear your take.